A morning ritual for people who think deeply.
Zen AM.
Hey man, you talking today?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again. Time for Zen AM.
Start off with some breath work.
Guten Tag. Hagen-Dazs. You on mute, my guy.
What's up, everybody? It's another episode of Zen AM. I'm your host, Nehemiah. We got Dari and DTB Brooks. Good thing y'all didn't hear me because I was saying some wild stuff just now. Another episode, man. Thursday, April 2nd. April is here. A whole new month, a whole new world. And just we're learning time isn't real, man. What's going on with you, man? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
I good. You got laid last night. I got laid last night.
No.
It's not even my day either.
Yeah, I got laid in my bed.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Good-
that's the
good
best place
sleep.
when you're in 40s.
Good sleep.
You got some good sleep.
Great sleep.
What you do? You put you something different, like some tea or something.
Nah, man. Just getting used to my bed. Like, I don't think I'm ever going. It's refreshing always to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I watched some basketball yesterday.
People still watch basketball.
Yeah.
Hmm.
When they sports betting,
Yeah, let's say I don't.
when they sports betting,
Only people I hear talking about basketball is like 47 and up.
for real.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
well, no,
that's it.
everybody that's doing it now do it because like the sports bet. So
Oh,
I
that
did
makes sense.
and then Kanye had a show yesterday.
That
but I
was
fell
yesterday.
but I
Did
fell
you?
asleep.
Was it live?
It was live. I was tempted to hit you like, yo, we should do it, and I'm like, it's 11 o'clock. I
Yeah,
ain't
it's
even gonna
late.
be able to hold my eyes open.
It's late because we could always do things. We could always watch them back.
Right.
It ain't really got to be live.
That's a fact.
So, have you heard anything? I didn't even know. I didn't even hear. I haven't heard anything. I haven't
heard
seen any pictures or anything.
audio and visual was messing with his lighting.
They always do that.
Yeah, so he stopped the song 3 times. He was like, yo, am I on an SNL skit? He was like, stop the strobe lights. It's corny. It's giving Las Vegas vibes.
Yeah, we got Ye back.
Ye back. Oh,
Ye back.
another thing. Ye just re-signed the deal with Adidas for 10 years to bring back some of the old Adidas as well as some new collabs. I think Ye coming for the Billy again.
It's going to take him no time.
At all.
It's going to take him no time. They talk about that too. There's some people. Let's do that today. Let's talk some money today, man. Let's talk money.
Let's get it.
They talk about that because money is just the physical representation of a mind state.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why some people can lose it and get it again, lose it, get it again, lose it and get it again. Whether it's a million, whether it's a billion, that happens a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That happens a lot. A lot of millionaires, a lot of millionaires, a lot of people with money, they lose it at some point. It's not just and then you got it. So Ye will get to that bill. I promise you, he'll get to more than what he had before.
Yeah, I think so.
He's gonna get, yeah.
He brought out Don Toliver, and I think I don't know, Ye be in his phases.
Yeah,
you got the Ye when he's with Consequence, Pusha, Common. Then you get Ye when he's with Ty Dolla Sign and whoever was in that era, and then he got the era. Well, before the Ty Dolla Sign was Travis, and I feel like ever since he fell out with Ty Dolla Sign, he's back with Travis Scott. So the music is cool, I think.
Have you heard any of it?
Yeah, I did.
So that's when you look at that, that's really just a strategic and marketing plan.
Mm-hmm.
Drake does the same thing. So what they do is they continually, and it's brilliant, they always attach themselves to younger artists.
Right.
The younger artists feel cool because they got this big artist attached to them. But what they're doing is they're not only getting to attach to their fan base, but they're also learning what the young language.
Mhm.
And there's a few people who have been able to continually transform their sound and be relevant. And it's only a handful of them.
Mhm.
And yet one of them.
Yeah.
And that's
Most
why
definitely.
Drake do the same thing. Drake
Mhm.
attached. Look how many people Drake attached himself. And then when there's a new artist out in the city who bubbling, Drake will go to that city even if that artist doesn't really have like national radio play, and he'll collab with them
Mhm.
to get that city on lock.
Yeah.
So it's all marketing. So Ye is obviously we know
Marketing
he's
genius.
marketing everything. Yeah, he's just a genius.
Mhm.
I will be happy to admit it. Yeah, he's just a genius in everything he does.
Right.
Everything. We're so small-minded that we be so latched on to just the first part of the movie. They be playing the movie all the way through. We sitting there like, yeah, he lost everything. He's never, man. You like, look, man. They on that China, like in Asia time frame where Asians and their war chiefs, they will plan for 50 to 100 years ahead.
Mhm.
They not on no 2 years. They would be 50 year 100 plan. So Ye is on that for show.
I don't even want to say it, but I think Ye is probably the only one that could just come back from as an artist. Like he been through so much anti-Semitic stuff when the KKK, and it's like he just pop up when he want to, and he can't get canceled. It's crazy to me, like the stuff that he be saying and doing.
Yeah. But if we really think about it, it's only crazy because he's the first one to do it. Every single first person to do something is always crazy. Every inventor is crazy. You
Right.
gotta think about it. Every
That's
single
true.
inventor is crazy.
That's true.
When Alexander Graham Bell, after he stole it, obviously said, you know what? I want to talk to a person who ain't even here.
Right.
You crazy.
Yeah.
You crazy. But now look at everybody sitting there talking to people who ain't. We talk more to people who ain't there than the people who are here.
Right. That's a fact.
But he was crazy. Ye was crazy when he dropped all of the rhetoric that he dropped until we started seeing other. Ice Cube kind of got in there, and then we started seeing this artist, and then we started seeing little things, and then once Candace Owens started talking about it, it was a wrap.
Yeah.
Because she was a credible source. Ye isn't so crazy anymore.
Right.
So he's always been that. He's been that. If anyone has ever followed Ye's career, they know this is his style. Ye has always been for God. He's always been for the improvement of minorities.
That's true.
That's been his MO since the beginning. And it's never changed. So that's the reason why I rock with him, is because he didn't do that thing that like political people do where they pretend like they on a certain side, and when they get in, you realize that they on their own side.
Right.
He's been on this side forever. His whole album, everything was all about this. And then what did he do? He went up and said, George Bush doesn't care about black people. Like, Ye been on it, man. So shout out to him, man.
He definitely doing it, man.
I hope he gets to 1 billion. But if anybody's seen that show, I want to know. But that's another thing that we talk about. You cannot get canceled when you're doing God's work. You can't. You cannot get canceled when you're doing God's work, and you can get affected by it. You can lose deals, you can lose endorsements, you can lose money, but those are all just earthly treasures anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And once you realize earthly treasures don't matter, you don't care when they're taken away from you. You just don't care. We sitting over here looking because we all attached to earthly treasures. He lost this much money. Money don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Money don't mean nothing.
I think that's another thing, us normalizing and bringing down the hype of what's it, worldly treasures.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that takes over the place of our God or relationships.
Yeah. Absolutely. A lot of us, money is our God. A lot of us, money is our God. Shopping is our God. Material items, and we don't even realize it because of the energy that we put into them. It then becomes a worship, and then it's always been a thing. And now we are literally worshiping some type of idol without even realize it. Just from us going from wanting something to admiration, that it could turn into worship. It really can. So we got to be careful with that. And the powers that be have our things set up for that purposely. That's the reason why the media is set up like that. That's why everything is set up. Everything is set up just like it's always been. Look, y'all, everything is set up for us to be focused on the lack. Everything, every commercial, every magazine, everything is telling us what we need in our life because we are lacking something. So everything, as far as advertisement goes to us, it creates a problem and then it solves the problem. This is how marketing works. Oh my God, you got a pimple on the big day. You got prom. You can't do this. Problem set up. You need Clearasil. Problem solved. So if you ever watch any type of marketing campaign, just watch. They set the problem up and then they give you the solution. So that's really what we're looking at here. With all of this, everything is meant for us to be focused on what we lack. And then if we go back to the Bible, that's exactly how the snake got Adam and Eve. They're in this garden full of everything abundant, and they can have everything. They can have everything in there except for the one thing that they can't have. And the serpent made them focus on the one thing that they could not have instead of everything that they did have.
That's
where we are now. Yep. And that's where we are now. And that's why it starts to turn into every advertisement. You don't have this in your life. You need this in your life. You need this. You need this. Boom, boom, boom. So now we all focus on everything that we're focused always on the lack.
Right.
And when you focus on the lack, you obviously need. So yeah, man, that's why we ain't playing no games with y'all, man. Happy Thursday, y'all.
They telling you take a sip, man. Take a sip.
I think y'all not going some tangents sometimes. Well, I apologize.
Nah, you good, man. You took us through that today. That's what we needed. Shout out to Boo Man. Boo Man says Ye will probably go down as one of the most important artists of all time.
Absolutely.
Numerology Nation says Ye just doesn't let himself get canceled. He is authentic to himself loudly.
Yeah.
But you know, we talked about that yesterday. It's like seeing our true self. And Ye displays his true self. And I feel like that's why he can never be canceled. Or everybody always comes back to him because he shows his real authenticity, like his authenticity.
Right. And when you authentic, man, it changes everything.
Yeah.
It changes everything when you authentic. When you can roll in your truth, man. And that's a good question for all of us, right? You ready for a deep one?
There you go.
You ready for a deep one? What do you actually want out of life right now? And it's not something that we have to answer right now, but how often do we ask ourselves that? Right? Like, what do I actually want out of life right now? And I did that again last night. I had to reevaluate some things because I feel like a lot of times I'll have a want and I'll start working towards it, and then things will get mixed up in the progress, and then I'm over here, and then I forgot about this. And this is the next thing I know. I got all these things on my plate. And I'm doing things, but I don't even know what I want out of life because I'm just sitting here doing things, right? We get stuck goal chasing, people chasing, all types of stuff. So I'll be like, what do I want out of life right now? Not long term. Not long term. It's easy to do long term goals, but like, what do we want right now? Like right now. And it's a question I'm starting to ask myself more and more. Because I think those are the questions when you ask yourself, it's harder to get caught up in all of the madness.
I think for me, it's that want word. Trying to get want out of my vocabulary. And it's like, what do I need? What do I need?
Yeah.
I gotta let that bubble because that's something that you really think on. And then once it comes to, to your mind, you gotta apply pressure as soon
Yeah.
as possible. Because it's nothing like that first thought. You know, if you have like, man, we should do this, you get so excited about it. But then after, it's like you reach that plateau, everything starts to die down about a goal, about a vision, about a task. So it's like now I'm trying to notice is when I think of something, take action. If that's something that I really want to do, take action, because the longer you wait, it dies down
Yeah.
or simmers down.
Yeah. Yeah. And you gotta take that action. You gotta take that action. This is a dope thing that Warren Buffett does. So he writes out his to-do list or things that he wants to do. He'll write out the top 5 things. And then next month or next week or 2 weeks from then, look at the list and then completely erase it.
Mhm.
He'll look at the list and completely erase it and then redo it. So whatever didn't get done. Now, what does the new list look like? Because sometimes in 2 weeks or a month, things are different for us. So we're still chasing the thing that we had on our list last month that we didn't do, but it's not even relevant to where we are right now, what we're trying to do, or the goals that we're trying to do. So now we're stuck with that one. We're probably stuck with the one we did the month before. So now we got this constant piling up thing of goals and everywhere we want to be. And now it's at the point where it's so overwhelming that we don't even want to look at it.
Mhm.
I don't even want to look at it. That list is 20 things long now. Ain't nothing on that list getting done.
I like that. It's creating a priority list, because like you saying, today I may have 5 things that's a priority, but if I don't get it completed, all it does is just get pushed down and new things become a priority. But
Yep.
to clean slate and wipe out what you didn't complete, it's not a priority anymore.
It's not. And that's a way for us to start using tools to be able to stay on top of what's important right now.
Mhm.
Like right now, not a month ago.
Shout out to Aunt Pam. She says, I want my life to be without any negativity or bad distractions.
I got some, I'm gonna be honest with you, Aunt Pam. You want the wrong thing. You want the wrong thing. If,
Hold
yeah,
on, hold
you want the wrong
on, because
thing.
hold on,
I'ma tell
Tiger.
you.
Hold on, Tiger, because we hold on. This is what
I'ma
she
tell you.
want. This is what she want.
But I'm gonna tell her why.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell
Pam,
you why.
I got you. Hold on.
So what we've learned is that in this life, things are perception, and that life will always keep lifing. That when you get to a certain age, there is just no, it won't stop lifing.
Right.
And what happens is that in our mind, we start to create an invisible finish line. There's an invisible finish line where at a certain point, this stuff will stop happening and I'll be able to chill. I'll be able to be at peace. I'll be able to relax. That finish line is invisible. It doesn't happen until the time we make our transformation to the other side.
Mhm.
So all of us are running to this invisible finish line that doesn't exist, hoping that these things be removed from our life.
Mhm.
But the way that we've seen, I don't think that those things are meant to be removed from our lives. Those things are in place in our life for us to develop certain tools to deal with them better, to be able to deal with certain traits. In every spiritual text and everything that we read, it's not about being able to remove all of these distractions and things in your life so that you can find peace. It's about being able to find peace while all of these distractions and negativity is going on.
Mhm.
That's the root of it right there. Being able to be in peace in the middle of the storm.
Mhm.
We run away from the storm. We panic in the storm. But what was Jesus doing in the storm? He was asleep on the rock and he was chilling while we was all frantic. So that's what happens a lot of times. We are so worried about these outside things that aren't even a threat to us,
Mhm.
but we've allowed them to because they're right here and they're happening right now. So now we've switched our focus again from the goal to this distraction, to this negativity, and we're allowing it to affect us. So I don't think that we ever get to the point where we could say, stop having these things come to us. I think we get to the point where we say, give me the strength to deal with these things so they don't have that effect on me.
You young Yoda today. You young Yoda. Aunt Pam, I was ready to to go to war with you. But he explained it so well. My goodness. Yeah, you young Yoda today. You got
not.
you got the next 2 days, man. But you're right though. It's like learning, and as you was explaining that, I'm thinking when a highway has road construction and they put the little cones and stuff to
Yeah.
avoid people to merge off, you learn how to stay in your lane or maneuver around anything that's good or bad. So I appreciate you explaining that negativity is always going to be around. We just have to get better of navigating through it
Absolutely.
and still stand on course. You're a bad man. You're a bad man. The thoughts of Nehemiah represent everything and anybody that's on this show. A sip, you must take it. I like it.
What you say?
Oh, hold on. See, this is why we need the show. Numerology Nation says I gotta disagree about that last bit. Pray for strength, you get strength tests. Pray for patience, you get long lines.
So you get what you pray for?
Yeah.
You get what you pray for? I think you get what you well, how many of us have prayed for peace? I think all of us want peace, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think all of us, especially when you hit 30.
Right.
Once you hit 30, it does not stop life.
Right.
There's not been a moment where life doesn't stop.
But you explained it so well.
Mm-hmm.
Negativity and peace is already here. We just got to navigate to it.
Thank you.
It's just like you putting your address in MapQuest.
Mm-hmm.
There's different ways to get to your destination.
Yeah.
It's just about you staying on that course and that path. So if you want peace, peace is here. If you want solitude, solitude is here. If you want company and a loud lifestyle, it's here. Just navigate to it and stay on course.
Yeah. It's like somebody who's not in shape.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who's not in shape can talk about all of the reasons why they're not.
Right.
I got a job where I got to sit down. I got kids. I don't got this. I don't got this. I got this. So they could sit and pray all they want for the world to stop having all of these issues and all of these responsibilities so they get more time to work out. But we know that that's not going to happen.
Right. Right.
Those are responsibilities you got to attend to. You got to go to work.
Right.
You got to handle your kids. You got a relationship, so you still got to attend to those. So instead of you're asking for the wrong thing, saying one of these have to stop. No. Give me the strength to be able to still handle this and wake up earlier now and go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
All of these tools are already around. We got to tap into them, and sometimes tapping into them are outside of our comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
You make us stretch, and we don't want to stretch because we don't want to feel uncomfortable.
Right.
Which you mean for me to start getting in shape, I have to change something about my life that is very comfortable. That means that I got to get up at 6 a.m. I got to get up 2 hours earlier just to start working out. I ain't doing it. I'm not getting up at 5. Right. I got these kids. So then now we start to make excuses on why we can't stretch, why we can't get out of our comfort zone. But these tools are available to us in every area. That gym is right there. The healthy grocery aisle is right there. You go to the grocery store every day. Are you in the processed food aisle or are you in the produce?
Right.
Same grocery store, different outcome.
Mm-hmm.
So you're right about that. Everything is about this. We keep thinking that it's about this.
Mm-hmm.
We often say, when I get that job, when this happens, I feel so much better when when God bless me with this, I'm going to be so much better. Those days and those things don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be better. You can't be better then until you learn how to be better now.
That's a fact. Shout out to Numerology Nation. She says, prayer is through action. So if you pray to God, he says it's the action. People pray, but don't want the work.
Absolutely. And that's 100. That's 100% true. What did they say? They said that God brought me God brought me opportunity, but it was disguised as hard work, so I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happens a lot. We get these beautiful opportunities, but they're wrapped up, they're disguised as hard work. Getting in shape is disguised as hard work, right? But on the other side of that, what happens when you actually finally get in shape? Because it's not about this, it's about this.
Mm-hmm.
When you finally get in shape, you think that the battle gets harder, but the battle gets easier.
Mm-hmm.
That same battle you had when you was at the barbecue and they brought out all those ribs and stuff, the same battle you had 2 months ago, you're not even worried about those ribs. They don't even affect you the way that they did.
Mm-hmm.
Same situation, same food, smell, same thing, but you change this. So now I'm cool on them ribs. Whereas before, you was like, oh my God, we got the ribs. Oh, I'm about to get down. But now, same thing. And it's just like, oh no, I'm cool on that. I brought my own stuff. I'm doing it on veggie burgers.
Mm-hmm.
And now you are much stronger in that same situation than you were because you started doing the hard work. And that's why a lot of us don't change.
You gotta take a sip, man. You gotta take a sip. I wanted to go somewhere. And what's going on, Kaylin? I'm on here in my Tia Kemp voice.
What's up? What's up, y'all? This is my little Cuzzo right here, man. Good to see you. I ain't talked to Kaylin in forever. We in here, Kaylin. What's good?
You
All right,
mentioned
people.
you mentioned
Mhm.
something about stretching.
Yeah.
And I feel like we so conform to our environment of life. We don't like to bend, or we say, or get out of our comfort zone because
Yeah.
we're used to doing the same thing. And
Right.
stretching, and I'm not just talking about like the physical form, but doing things out of your comfort zone will allow you to be more open and free. And I feel
Yeah.
like nowadays we do the same thing: wake up, go to work, come home, cook, feed the kids, go to bed, repeat. We conform to that routine,
Yeah.
where if we stretch and do new things, we'll be open and free to allow new things to come into our life. So
Yeah.
I feel like stretching is a great thing, not just for the body, but for just different experiences in life. It's
Yeah.
like being able to not just be in conform, because if a tire is stuck turning one way, it's going to be hard to turn it the other way because it's not
Yeah.
used to being stretched and been into other different movements or forms. So I wanted to
Yeah.
definitely bring that up. You definitely put in a gem of stretching.
Yeah. That's so true. Let's take an NBA player.
Mhm.
Let's take LeBron James, right? Many of us live our life not like the LeBron we see right now. Many of us live our life like a lot of other NBA players who we don't even know their name because we don't know their name, right? Because the moment they got into the league, they stopped. They stopped getting better.
Mhm.
I'm in the league. I'm good. They would go to just to practice when they was required to. They would party on the weekends. They didn't care about recovery.
Mhm.
They didn't care about the rules. They just stayed there. But then you get somebody like LeBron who gets into the league and every single year is getting better. Why is that? It's because every single year he's putting himself in uncomfortable situations to stretch.
Mhm.
While everybody else is having an off season, he's working. There
Mhm.
is no such thing as an off season. He's constantly putting the people around him that make him stretch. Tim Gower, all of these leaders in that area. And we have to look at ourselves like professional athletes. Look at your life like a professional athlete. Right now, you are in the middle of your professional career. Depending on how old you are, that lets you know what year you in your career.
Right.
Are you getting better? Are you taking your resources to get better, to get work on recovery so that you can be the oldest player in the league?
Mhm.
Or have you stopped even growing now that you've been in the league because you feel like you're here and you don't got to?
Right. Right.
So those are the questions you ask yourself. Which one are you? Be like the LeBron that's trying to have the longevity,
Mhm.
because now you're forced to always stretch. a lot of times you don't want life to force you to stretch.
Right.
Because it's gonna be way more uncomfortable than if you just do it yourself.
Right.
Life will make you lose way more stuff if it forces you to stretch
Yeah.
than you would have on your own. You mess around and get gout or
Yeah.
get diabetes or get high blood pressure or get any of those things. That's how life will make you stretch.
Yeah.
It'll make you stretch like you ain't got no choice now.
hmm
Now it's worse. Whereas if you'd have stretched before, you wouldn't have had to take all these pills in the morning, or you wouldn't have had to have such a restrictive diet or any of that. All you had to do was just stretch, and then you could have been eating whatever you wanted to.
Right.
Now it's even harder for you because you didn't have the discipline.
Right.
Discipline and stretching makes things way easier. Get out of us. It's brainwashing to make us think that it makes things harder.
hmm
And that's what they want us to think.
Shout out to Numerology Nation. She says, y'all ever get nervous flying? I'm trying to get over my fear because they've been flying me places for work and I get so scared. Y'all seen Adventurous, all stretch and whatnot.
Yeah. In 2025, I didn't spend more than 5 days at home. I was in the air every week. So this is also coming from somebody who had jumped off buildings, and I mean you went skydiving too before, right?
Yeah,
So it's
just not on plane. Yeah.
you asking people, but that goes to that stretching, right? I've never had a fear of flying, so I can't relate to that. But I know our grandmother had a fear of flying her whole life.
Mhm.
Our grandmother did not fly her whole life. They drove from Baltimore to California anytime that they wanted to get to one of those places. So it wasn't until her 70s or 60s or 70s that she took her first flight. And she was just so mad at herself that she allowed her fear to keep her stagnant
Mhm.
for so long. And that's the situation you in right now, numerology. The fear is keeping you stagnant, because what happens when you unlock that fear of flying? Do you know how many places and how many people's lives you can enrich with your tool set?
Yeah.
Do you know that there are places in the world that they reward people like you and that they marvel at people like you? So many of us are stuck in our fears that we're stuck in places that just tolerate us and don't appreciate us.
hmm
If we get out of that, we can go to places that appreciate us, that appreciate our skill set, that appreciate everything about us. We ain't got to change nothing.
Yeah.
But our fears got us stuck in places where we're just tolerated.
Yeah.
Break that.
I'm gonna be honest with me. I never been a fear of flying. I've always ran to it because I believe that, God gives all his children a gift of creation, a gift
Yeah.
of exploring. And I never wanted to be the person to just sit and not experience the greatest things that God has given his people,
Yeah.
which is ideas and
Yeah.
people. The person who created the plane, and we fly in the friendly skies day in and day and out. I never wanted to be that person. So I always look towards that. It's like, I need to experience this. And the thing is, another thing, you're so powerful. Don't let your fear distract you from where you really need to go, because you could be impactful in different places, in different avenues in this world. But if fear is there, it tries to, hold you back or keep you stagnant.
Yeah, absolutely. Take a sip, man. Who was that? That was the Wright brothers, right? The Wright brothers invented the planes.
Let me see.
I think that's what that was. The two brothers. And what we do is,
Yeah.
that's the Wright brothers.
Yeah.
Don't play with us, man. Look, you're gonna get everything here, man. Who say black people ain't educated?
Yeah.
What you do is numerology. Let's say your flight is, let's say you're going to take a short flight first. Take a flight that's only an hour. You don't got to jump on one that's 5 to 7 hours. Take one that's 1 hour, one state next to you, and then start small. What happens a lot of times is a person ain't been in the gym for their whole life, right? Their whole life. All of a sudden, they get a gym membership, and now they're sitting with this personal trainer, and the personal trainer is putting them through a session.
Right.
9 times out of 10, the personal trainer is so uneducated and don't really understand how things work that they gonna work that person out so hard that they're so sore. And now the person is so sore that they're like, they can barely walk. They're like, this is why I don't go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I can't walk at work. This is affecting me. I'm definitely too sore to work out. So what happened was that they pushed themselves too hard, too fast.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't got to do that. This is a marathon.
Mm-hmm.
Get in the motion of just being at the gym first. Don't even worry about the body transformation. Just be in the gym. Just get used to being in there. Drive there every single day.
Right.
You could do one exercise or not, but now you're getting those reps in. Go to a place that's only one state, fly for an hour. Go jump on an hour flight. It'd be $40. Well, $300 now.
Mm-hmm.
With everything going on with the war and the oil prices, but
Right.
jump on that one. Because then when you get to that 5-hour flight, it's not going to be as scary because you didn't put the reps in.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say this: flying is one of the peaceful places
That's true.
that you can be because you're away from the world. They starting to put Wi-Fi on planes now, so you can text and think, but you can't
Right.
call. So,
Right.
like for that hour, get your favorite book that you like to read, or journal, or breath work. I think a lot of times fear comes from not breathing correctly, and you can correct
Yeah.
me if I'm
No,
I'm
you
wrong.
on it today. Go ahead. No, you're right.
So the reason why fear comes is we take short breaths and we're not breathing properly. So I would just say work on your breathing. That's where anxiety lives as well.
Mhm.
Bad breathing.
Yeah. Oh, you on today.
I got to
Yeah.
follow up, man, because the scoreboard, man, you up 50 points.
We on the same team.
I know we are. We got to run it up, though.
Yeah, we on the same team. That's like when Kobe had 80,
Yeah.
83. Every point you make, add to this.
That's facts.
You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
Yeah. If I'm getting 83, that means we already winning the game. If
Shout
you
out.
getting 83, that means we winning.
That's a fact. Kaylin, if you want to go skydiving, you come to Atlanta. I haven't been to the one in Atlanta. I've been to the one in Vegas. So if you want to go, let me know. Or if it's one in Baltimore, just let me know, and I definitely go because I just love jumping out the sky. It's
Like
the
that.
best thing. Yeah, man.
I want everybody to put in here something that they fear, because numerology and Kaylin were the only ones who were open.
Right.
No. Yeah, they were the only ones who were open about this. Some of y'all were open about the other things, like what you don't want, but put in here what you fear, because a lot of times what happens is we hold our fears in, and we don't even know that somebody in our circle, somebody close to us, potentially at one point had the same fear. They overcame it, and they might be the tool to get us out of our fear. But we hold all that stuff in, don't even know. Once again, all these tools are around us.
Yeah.
And you got somebody, for instance, Kaylin, you got somebody right now who's been skydiving. You got
Right.
somebody right now. I've never been skydiving, but I've jumped out of helicopters. I've jumped off of cliffs. I jumped off the biggest building in Vietnam. So I've done some wild things. So I haven't done that, but I could give you a little insight. And because we open up, we'd be like, yo, whereas before we would feel weird about saying that. I don't want to tell these people this.
Yeah.
And when you say it, you'd be like, oh, I went through that too.
Yeah.
And this is what community is all about. We feed each other.
I think if you like roller coasters, you'll love skydiving because it's a form of releasing. Like I wasn't screaming, I was just yelling because I was so excited. So when I touched ground, it's like, man, that was refreshing. I was able to really release. You can just scream, yell, and nobody can hear you.
Yeah. Boom Man said poverty.
Yeah.
And this is one thing that I'm gonna tell you, Boom Man, is that there's certain people who may be broke at the time, but they'll never be in poverty. And you one of them. Because poverty is here. Being broke is a bank account thing. Being in poverty is a mentality thing. So You could have money and still be in poverty because your money go and burns right out.
Right.
So people like you, Boo Man, will never be in poverty. Your bank account may not look how you want it to look at that time, but you are going to figure out a way to make it look how you want it to look. So right now, what you find yourself is in this loop of, I got to do this, I got to do this because I'm afraid of this. But what you don't know is you developed a skill set that has already got you out of your biggest fear.
Mm.
I bet you if I drop you off somewhere in Cuba or something, I guarantee in a year, I'm going to come back. You're going to probably have gigs.
Right.
You're going to have some spots locked down. You're probably going to be building, doing IT for somebody. You're going to be doing this. So you're not in poverty. Your bank account don't match your skill set, but you're not in poverty because, like I said, you always going to be good.
Hey, man. Just you can't be stopped, man. I don't know I told y'all, man. I think he bathing in that water he take or whatever he's sipping. He bathing in it.
It's an Incredible Hulk. A little bit of Henny and some Mad Dog.
Shout out to Pinky. Pinky says public speaking, being in the spotlight when I always been a behind the scene type person.
Yeah.
I can relate to that. Pinky. You know, we share the same birthday months, and I'm a behind the scene person, but I believe that God has a story for all of us to share, and it's just taking that first step and just going with the flow, and then you be like, for real, this ain't nothing. Because I'm gonna be honest, that was my fear, and I just had to do it, and I'm still to this day. It's like getting used to it, like in corporate meetings or things like that. But it's like, no. Head up, chest out, and patience. I feel like when I stumble over my words, it's because I'm talking more than I'm supposed to be thinking. Think first, take your time, and then release. But you powerful, you know. I believe you have a book or a book that's in writing. Fear speaking don't come behind that. If you can write it in a book for people to read, I feel like writing down is probably more fearful than speaking out. So if you already writing books, public speaking ain't nothing.
Yeah. And when we are trying to like address fears and we're trying to overcome fears, sometimes, and you've done this already, Darian, sometimes the best way for us to battle it is to understand what we're battling, right? Saying that you're afraid of public speaking is a broad statement. You got to figure out why. What about that process makes you afraid? Because then now you could battle it. Is it being in front of a large group of people? Is it not being in front of a large group of people, but being in front of strangers? Is it the fear of being seen? Is it the fear of messing up? Like, you got to find out which one of those is the real underlying fear. Darian, you found out your underlying fear started at that concert.
Yeah.
So then when you know, oh, this is the trigger point. This trigger point of me having these types of issues is wrapped up and disguised as me having a fear of speaking in front of people. But it's a different issue. It's not the actual speaking, it's this. So what you have to do is you got to start dissecting it. Start asking yourself these questions. And then another game that we can play is called Then What? Okay? I want y'all to play this game. It's called And Then What? So what happens is we get these fearful situations in our head, right? I'm afraid of speaking. Now what you do is you just play devil's advocate with yourself, and you start asking yourself more questions that make you break down the situation. You start to see it's not as fearful, right? I'm afraid of public speaking. I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna mess up. Then you ask yourself, okay, you mess up and then what? Well, I mess up and then maybe some people kind of laugh. Okay, you mess up, people laugh, and then what? Well, they kind of laugh, but I'll continue my speech and then it'll be over. Okay, you finish your speech and then what? Well, I finished my speech and then, I'll just go home. Okay, you'll go home. And then, so when you start to unwrap all of these things, you can go through all of these scenarios and you break them down. And then not only do you find out what happens when they happen, but you find out what happens after.
Mhm.
If someone laughs, what happens? Well, they laugh, and then at some point they stop laughing.
Right.
And then at some point, they finish listening to you. And then at some point, somebody else comes up and speak. And at some point, they didn't already forgot because they didn't got a text message came through or they social media or something. So now they didn't already forgot that you laughed.
Mhm.
You worried about them laughing at this 2 seconds, yet it's something that they're going to forget in 2 seconds.
Right. Right.
So we're worried about this event that one hasn't happened, and two, that even if it does happen, it's not really that bad.
Right. Right. That's a
So
fact.
start to play these games with yourself, and then what? So that happens, and then what? That happens, and then what? And then when you start to play it out, it's actually not as bad. And even if it is as bad, you've already wrapped those situations out, so now they're not as scary.
Mhm.
There's a book that you should check out. Look this up. It's by Dale Carnegie. I think he has one called How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, but I think he has one on public speaking. Check to see if he got one on public speaking. Because Pinky, you would love that book.
The Art of Public Speaking.
There we go. Yep. So check that out. Sometimes Darian be like, this brother's over here searching stuff already.
Right.
I'll be looking at
I don't even know why I got laid. He got the internet in his brain. When he do this, look up. He already searching.
Yeah, Dale Carnegie's a beast. He has 2 books that you got to check out. And if you want to be a gangster, check out all 3 if you want to get better. The main book that he was known for was How to Win Friends and Influence People. So a lot of y'all probably heard about that book. Some companies try to have you read it or whatever. That's a great book and his entrance book. But some of the most transformative books, I would say, is How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, and then The Art of Public Speaking. And then if y'all want to take it out, there's another book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F. That's another good book that kind of covers all of this topics of addressing fear and breaking through that. So those are some, I would say that if you could go there, it's going to help. That Dale Carnegie book is going to be fire for all of y'all. We need a book club. I started one with myself like 3 years ago. Yeah, I started a book club with myself, but because that's where the power's at. When y'all see me do this, that's because I didn't read somewhere in the book, and I don't remember where. Right? Like, I'll be 100% honest. I know that I read that book by Dale Carnegie, the speaking one, but I don't remember when. I don't remember what the cover looks like. I don't remember. Like, I know it's there, but I was like, I know I read it because it's not even in my library. I'm like, did I read that? No. So sometimes when I look up and tell you to check, there's so much stuff happening in my head, and the internet does not let you mess up.
Oh no.
So we fact check everything here. The internet, we ain't doing nothing to where they'd be like, yeah, well, it was wrong. Because I don't, like I said, half this stuff.
She said, I'm gonna read them. Yes, we would love a book club. For growth, it's all smart book clubs, and that's for Wednesday. And Grandma Voice always play in my head. I didn't raise no punks. And after that, I have no choice but to keep going. I'm going to check them out today.
And that's one way to do it, Pinky. And then another way is love and gratitude for yourself. Sometimes we get into these situations, and there's situations that call for us to be tough. There's situations that call for it. For instance, when I'm going into an elimination on the challenge, and I got to go pole wrestle Derek, who's the pole wrestle king.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get into a tough mode. I got to get into a... But there's other times when we can be gentle with ourselves, and we can be loving with ourselves. The same way, if your seed was about to go and speak at a school's play, knowing you, Pinky, I'm almost certain you're not going to tell them to go out there and be a punk.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be kind. You're going to be gentle. Hey, you're going to be loving. Be that with yourself, too.
Mm-hmm.
You don't got to always be hard on yourself. Be loving. Hey, Pinky, you got this. You strong. You covered. God is with you. You're put here for a reason. This is what you're supposed to be doing.
Mhm.
Everyone that you're speaking to that's meant to hear you will hear you. The ones who aren't won't. Don't worry about them. Be gentle with yourself. Have grace, have mercy, have all of those things. We don't always have to be hard on ourselves.
That's a fact.
Come on, man.
Oh man, you in rare form today, man.
'Cause it's
On
our
a
last show.
Thursday. I know we did say that today too. This is our last.
It's our last show, y'all. So hope y'all know.
You know, we gave him the real on Conspiracy Thursday. You know, Thursdays we normally go the conspiracy theory route, but we gave him the realness today.
There's a lot of real stuff that this show we want to give y'all. And I
Right.
think what has happened a little bit in some of the stuff is that with some of the episodes is that there's just been so much new stuff happening in the world that it's almost impossible for us not to talk about it. But some of those topics don't really matter.
Right.
You know, like they just don't. Like LaRussell getting canceled, it's breaking news, but
Yeah.
it don't matter.
Right.
It does not affect any of our lives. It does not improve any of our lives. It doesn't give any of us any skill set. If anything, it just only pushes fear on us because when we hear that, we don't want the same to happen to us.
Mhm.
So that's not what we started as an AM for. We didn't start it. Y'all can get breaking news anywhere.
Right.
Y'all can get that stuff, but what you can't get is this. You can't get fed everywhere. And that's our mission here, is to feed others. And that's it. And that's what we're doing here, man. That's why we in rare form today. You in rare form. Everybody in the audience is rare form. That's what it's about, man. This is a collective thing. We feeding each other here. This isn't a we feeding y'all. Y'all feeding us.
Most definitely.
This is I'm learning from y'all. I'm over here. I'm about to quit my job in about 3 months because of what I learned from Boo Man.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I might mess around and have a family because of what I learned from you. I ain't want no kid. None of that. I ain't want
Uh-huh.
none of that. Now talking to you, I'm like, hey, it might not be bad to have a bonus child. I guess I could date a stripper, huh? Why not?
Oh man, I love this show, man. I love
My
it.
mama in here. My mama I love it. I gotta watch the new episode. I learned so much. She knocked on the door. Great episode.
Right.
So this is a community, man.
That's
It's
what
a
it's
community,
about.
man. So yeah, I think we said you got to keep a notebook for sure. I didn't even know we had that type of show where people had to take notes. I mean, I kind of knew because earlier on we was just bang, 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 and then we kind of lighten up to bring some of the new people in, and now we going back to the raw. Like if I'm waking, look, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If I'm waking up this early to talk to y'all, the last thing I want to talk about is Rihanna.
Right.
Last thing I want to talk about is 50 Cent.
Right.
I'm not getting out of my sleep to talk about 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that late in the day when I don't got nothing else to talk about.
Yeah.
Don't make me up to talk about this mess. So,
But see, you got to think that's how society has trained our minds. In the early
Absolutely.
morning, what we do, grab the phone, social
right.
media. So it's like now we changing that scope of like really feeding the brain and feeding the mind, because you be drained after hearing all of that. This happened, and this happened, and this robbery, then this killing, and this bombing. You're like, God, I just woke up. Let me go back to sleep.
For real. And then would it be like, damn.
Yeah.
So yeah, we appreciate y'all, man. And as we go forward, there might be some changes in the show. We don't know, but that's what we're here for, man. So we appreciate y'all opening up today. I don't know. What you doing in the not today? What we got? Did we give them enough? We got a call. All right, because sometimes we give y'all too much, and I don't gotta be, like it's like I do with my women. You know what I'm saying? I can't give you too much, baby. I'll come over there on Friday, stay till Saturday morning. I'm out by Saturday afternoon. If I spend too much time there, it's gonna be too much for you. Can't spend the whole weekend now. It's when I get into Earl. When I turn into Earl, when I turn into Earl, it's a wrap. It's a toothpick. Kid, let me tell you something about my monies, baby.
My monies. All right, this is Lena from Toronto, Canada.
I've been trying to get to Toronto. I don't know if I can go now, but I'm gonna be there soon.
She said, I wanted to ask, how do you figure out what you truly want in life when there are so many expectations from other people?
Mm. Mm. Mm.
I'm gonna leave that to you,
To
Yoda.
me, damn it, I hate it when he do this. Okay, read it again. How do you know? Okay, read it one more time.
How do you figure out what you truly want in life when there are
Mhm.
so many expectations from other people?
I think that's your problem. You just said your problem. You just solved your own problem in your question. That's how it be sometimes. Who are those people? Do any of their name are any of their names 3 letters and start with G?
Mm,
Then they don't matter. Their expectations don't matter.
mm.
They don't.
That's something that we have a hard time doing. We care what other people think about
Yeah.
us, or we need to be here because this person need us here. But it's like, what do you want, or what does God have set up for you?
Yeah.
And then once you get in alignment with that, then everything else gonna follow. It's either
Yeah.
gonna fall in place or fall out of place
Mm.
or fall in line,
Mm-hmm.
but it's gonna fall.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't gotta worry about that. It's gonna fall.
Mhm. And when you start to build your connection with the creator, God, whoever you look up to, all the other noise gets way more quieter.
Mhm.
You don't get misled by people's expectations. You just don't. You see how small-minded and how worldly their expectations are, and you're working to be way bigger than that. So now you're not trying to fill worldly expectations just so you can get worldly goals. You're trying to get heavenly goals and heavenly expectations. So get out of the world, go into heaven.
Mm.
Mm.
No need
Hey,
no
we
more
might
questions.
need to make a morning show. I feel like we need to record these conversations and put them online, man. They powerful.
So yeah.
We'll be here tomorrow, y'all. Tomorrow is Friday, Darian's Day. So y'all know I'm making sure I got to figure out how to push that button so my face can hide. I don't know how he do it still. I'm the host of this, and I still don't know how he do it.
It's a
I've been
hot key,
trying.
man.
It's a hotkey.
Yeah, it's a
I
hot key, man.
don't know how he do it. I didn't try it 4 times, and it just removes me completely. So
You know,
we'll
God
be
be
here tomorrow.
protecting me, man. God be protecting me when I
That's
need
what
to
the
get out of the
disclaimer's for.
board. Shoop, get up out of there. We don't
That's
normally
what
do
the-
the disclaimers. So God be like, hey, let me protect you, my son.
Hey, but y'all see how he do, y'all? Look, he don't want no disclaimer when we talking fire, right?
Oh yeah, because it's the real deal Holyfield. You can't get ain't no leaving out of that. Look, I'm trying to click out. I can't leave now when it's the realness.
I'm about to make it so people can't click out. Make it so only I can make you leave. It's like they're not allowed to leave themselves. All right, y'all. Amazing. We didn't even shout out the IG people, man. Shout out to all the IG people. Tammy came back, Heather, Luden, MK, C Boogie. When we get deep into those conversations, y'all gotta come over to the YouTube so we can see y'all. Connor Grayson, Maya, Don, only SP Cole, Humble Fat Boy. All y'all, man. We appreciate y'all.
Salute.
See y'all tomorrow. Holla.